Hello, I'm Nigel Yule, Senior Director of Product Marketing for Enterprise Performance Management at Oracle. I'm at Collaborate. I'm joined by Scott Costello from Key Performance Ideas. Hi, Scott.
Hi, Nigel. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. Good to have you back on video with us.
Thank you very much. Good to be back.
Good. So, Scott, Oracle Planning Budgeting Cloud Service has been out for 2 years, just over 2 years now, and we've got 1,000 customers using the product.
Right.
I know you guys have been pretty successful in getting a whole bunch of customers, so maybe just give us some perspectives 2 years on, where you are, the sort of customers you're dealing with.
Yeah. We've definitely seen a shift to more and more organizations, wanting to use the cloud-based solutions. Obviously, this is a strategy. This is where we see kind of the marketplace. This is where we see everything. You name the industry, people are just moving more and more towards the cloud. We've just kicked off our 25th implementation of PBCS, and we just see this kind of continuing to skyrocket. What's interesting is, it's been through every industry,
right.
Every size organization, existing Hyperion users and non-existing users. So it's really all over the place.
You've had a number of customers that you've been moving from on-premises planning to PBCS.
Yeah, it's been kind of interesting because the migrations are pretty simple, given that the technology is not night and day. You can use some of the tools that come out of the box to make those migrations pretty quick. We've even seen organizations that are just using things like Essbase. We have one organization who was on Hyperion Enterprise, just using it for reporting, and they went with PBCS because it was a supported solution. It was a more affordable solution. They didn't have to worry about maintenance or anything like that going forward, and they didn't have to worry about the infrastructure aspect of it either. So.
Wow, that's one we wouldn't expect. An enterprise customer going to PBCS.
I know, yeah, a little unique. Yeah.
Absolutely. So the other thing is the use of the product. What are people doing with it? I mean, obviously they're going to do some financial planning. That's probably the key use of it. But are you seeing usage outside of financial?
We are, yeah, and I think because of the just the quickness of the application, the ability to kind of roll it out to different groups. People obviously love the reporting that comes with it.
Right.
And to get organizations and departments within organizations out of the spreadsheet nightmare that they might be in, because it's everywhere. It's not just finance that is challenged with that. So we've seen several of our organizations that do sales planning within PBCS, not just focused on the operating expenses, but down to the SKU level detail where they're planning quantity and price and the costs and having to drive their whole P&L. As well as some marketing planning. Competitor Group, one of the organizations we work with, does all their event planning for all the rock and roll marathons that they do, and use this solution to help plan for all the donations, the attendance, all the aspects like you would have in an event like this. So It's been pretty impressive.
That's great. And so doing really well. Some interesting accounts you've got. Where do you see the future? How do you see this moving on?
Yeah, I mean, I think this is definitely where the future is going. Everything's going to, move closer and closer to there. We're starting to see some groups kind of dip their toe into it. Maybe traditional on-premise solutions, or maybe a little worried about the cloud still for whatever reasons. So they're using it for one department, one group, maybe even their test environment with a limited number of users. Just get ready for it because they know it's coming. They know this is where the development is. They see all the components of the solution, all the benefits released in the cloud first. Some of the capabilities, been doing this for a while, are really impressive how quickly these updates and new features are getting released. So it's going to continue to grow, I think. Yeah,
I mean, that's the key thing, isn't it? You and I, we talk to customers that are on old releases of products, and they look at keeping updated and keeping releasing with the on-premises solutions. And by pure fact, they're on-premise. They have that requirement to do a lot of stuff, and it costs a lot of money and it takes some time, and that's a huge difference now, isn't it?
Oh, that's enormous. I mean, if you think about our best practice advice to on-premises organizations was always, every 3 years you really need to go through an upgrade, and that could take a month, 2 months, even longer if needed. Now with PBCS and the other cloud solutions, that's a non-issue. I mean, the updates occur every month. The compliance with the other solutions, with new Windows updates, new Office updates, that's all taken care of for you. You don't have to wait. You don't have to re-upgrade. Everything just happens every month. So it's been really, really nice.
Well, Scott, thank you for sharing that with us. It's been really good to talk to you again, and hopefully we'll talk again soon.
Yeah, sounds good. Thank you, Nigel.
Thanks, Scott. And thank you for joining us.